What's going on, everybody? What the business is? You already know what time it is. It's Wednesday. That can only mean one thing. It's time for What the Shit. So guess what? I got a good show for y'all today. I really feel like everybody's celebrating. Sorry, I had a weird echo in my ear. Instagram's here. Everybody's here. It's time. Hey, what's going on, people? What's going on? You know what time it is? Sure, how's it going? It's Wednesday. I have no idea where Boomer's at. He is hiding somewhere. Oh, no, wait, there he is. Boomer, what's going on?
So you guys on the slow down.
I think. Maybe. Try this again. Hold on. Hey, Boomer, are you there? You can come to the office right now, please. Thank you. Sorry.
I'm here.
Okay, I was about to say, dog, you got black phone. It's Wednesday, dog. You know what time it is. You know what it is.
My bad, brother. Today is crazy, man, with this Juneteenth shit. Fucking bitches. What's up with you, brother? I'm finna turn my camera on too. Hold on.
All right. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you a chance. Give you a chance. Go ahead. Ah, there he is. Man, every time you come on, brother, you come on with the Jesus light. I be scared, like,
man, because you know I'm the light, my brother. I am the light. You feel me? And I just
you feeling good today. All right, cool. I have no idea what that was, but all right. How was your day, man? What'd you do today?
Man, I did some researching on this Juneteenth shit, and I just want to let y'all know, man, they slap us in that face with that shit, and I represent for all my black folks. No lie, I love y'all. But man, fuck this shit, man, because nigga, they slapping us in our face. And if you want to know some more history, get in the motherfucking comments and ask me, and I'll motherfucking go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, elaborate. But other than that, they slapping us in our motherfucking face with this shit, man, and we don't need to let them do that shit. Other than that, I'm woke, brother.
You spent a good off day researching to get angry.
Nah, you know
you did today.
Because at first it was fuck niggas, but now I'm like, hold on, man. No.
Counterproductive, but all right, man. Whatever, you spend your off days doing whatever you feel like you need to do. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Welcome everybody to What the Shit. Today was Juneteenth. I don't know what everybody did today. I did absolutely nothing. Today was probably the first time I've ever been off on Juneteenth, and I did nothing for my ancestors because they was free today, so I was free today. So I did nothing. Today we got a guest. No Courtney, he's on assignment. So Courtney, unfortunately, wasn't freed on Juneteenth. He had to work today, and they made him work out of town. So he on the slave ship trying to get back home to get on the show. So I don't know, he might cut it a little close. But we do have a guest. So let's bring her out. My little corny cut because I lost the black
What's
people.
What's going on?
It was free today. How you doing?
You know, all is well. It's a good day.
Welcome.
A good day. How are you guys?
Good. Before we get to anything, I need to ask you a question.
Okay, shoot.
How good is your math?
The math don't be mathing. Unless somebody skipped my money on payday, they messed up on my paycheck. That's the only time I can calculate right. But let me know. What's the equation?
So there's a professor who put this out, and I want y'all. I'm gonna put this on the screen. I want everybody to pay attention to it. I'm even gonna read it so it makes sense because reading is fundamental. A kid born in 2010 is now 18 years.
Right.
Let that sink in, bitches. I'm gonna be a professor too. Last time I checked, man, I'm big professor. My bad for even cutting anybody off, but yeah, I like that. 10 years, they 18 now. I got that. Sound like I like that.
Sure? All right, whatever. All right, cool.
Yeah, this will be 14, but you know,
hold on. Let her cook. Let her cook. But wait, there's more. I never thought I had to explain basic math, but since we're here we go. A kid born in 2010 is now 2018. So you put 8 and 10 together, simple math. Simple math. Daniel, do you deny your degree?
Was that post? I was looking for the date of the post. Was that posted today?
It was June 18th.
That was 18. That was 2018 though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends when it was posted for this to make sense. But go ahead.
Oh, so that would have made him 8 years old at that time.
Danny, I can tell you if they was born in 2010 and 2018, the motherfucker wasn't 18.
Is she a professor?
She a professor. That's the only.
Yeah, we up, black people. We here.
Definitely not.
Okay, got you. Yes. Okay. See, look, I'm like, but it's 2024 right now, so that's where my mind went. Why are we talking about 2018? Oh, okay, but I'm so slow. See, look, you don't ask me this stuff. I'm a podcaster. I'm not a mathematician.
It's still early. You got time. It's still early. Don't even trip.
I gotta catch up.
Let me ask you another question. Another question. You on a road trip? You know, I need to test how far we have a blackness test here. So I need to test and see where you at. So you on a road trip? Let's say.
When do we need to stop and go to the bathroom? Is that the question?
No. I know that's every 2 hours. I ain't even worried about that. I know the math on that. You on a road trip, 10 to 18 hours. You get one CD to listen to. Out of these CDs, which one is you picking?
I definitely don't like anything Cameron does. That's
baby. Cameron doesn't even like anything Cameron does. But
ooey gooey, yum yum, chewy chewy is not my kind of vibe. Definitely T.I. Definitely. Second would be Lil Wayne. Anything he does. I mean, not as of recently. Sorry, but definitely T.I.
You said Cameron. When I knew Cameron was trash, when he says computers is computing or computers puting. That was like, yeah, I'm not even.
Bears, oh my, ooey gooey, yum yum, chewy chewy. Like he should have just wrote music for kids, toddler music.
That's what it was. It was pretty much that. So, please, for the people who, because I need to get to the comments because they strong. Hey, fam.
Hello, sis. Hello, bro.
She's here.
Look.
Hey, Nick. Black Fist for the Juneteenth.
Wait, you start to introduce myself since the whole squad is in the comments. We need to address something right now, DC.
What was that?
And boom, wasn't he in there too?
I think so.
So you guys abandoned it. So,
okay, wait, hold on. Okay, let me get off loudspeaker. So let me address the elephant in the room. My personality is weird. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. I'm not the best friend person. You know what I mean? You could call me and we could talk, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like talking.
Believe I'm looking for the Vaseline right now. I know I keep it on.
Hold on. Calm down there, Cowboy. We ain't gotta start breaking up Vaseline and earrings coming off. We know it's a problem. We ain't gotta do all that. So here's the thing. I don't do group chats well. I don't do like groups well. Believe it or not, I don't know. It's something about it. Just one of my phobias or fears or something like that. You know what I mean? I see the stuff going off and I feel like I got to answer. And then I'll be doing a whole bunch of stuff. And then it just be like, I miss stuff. You know, you miss school, you miss out. So it'd be like five messages turn into 20 and now I'm lost. And then by the weekend, I'm trying to catch up. My eyes is, bloodshot. I'm wearing red. I got a shot of tequila. I'm trying to keep up. It just be too much. I'll be feeling like I'm in the way sometimes. So for me, it'd be like, I'm going to just, they working. I ain't not saying I ain't working. I just ain't working on y'all level. Y'all doing some
Okay.
stuff.
I mean, it is called the winner's circle. We do have a different kind of rhythm. You are
Y'all,
still a winner in your own right, but I respect it. I understand.
I'm on a tricycle. Y'all on motorcycles. I'm pedaling.
I
I'm
respect
pedaling
it.
along.
All right. All
I still got
right.
love for everybody. I still want to see everybody win.
Okay. What about the follow up? What about the posts?
What post?
So on this day, no, I'm just playing.
Well, damn, Your Honor, can I didn't I wasn't aware there was new evidence being
No,
inserted.
it was something about group, which I don't even know.
So look, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Sometimes I make posts just to make posts. It don't be having it be just general how I wake up, you know what I'm saying, and I'll be like, damn, this is what I feel today. It don't be about nobody. I don't go like looking for posts and then try to make a post and you know what I'm saying, not put a name on it. That ain't me. I don't
No
do
subliminals, right?
No. If I don't like you, you gonna know I don't like you. That's
Right.
all there is to it.
I
still
operate the same way.
love for everybody. I still share everybody's stuff. It's just me. I don't know. I can only sit in one place for so long. And then it just be like I gotta move to a new circle. It don't be, like I'm trying to steal people's stuff and then go to a new circle. It ain't not like that. I ain't stole nobody's stuff. I've been doing the same thing for 4 years now. I ain't gonna switch it up, even though I might, but I'm not. So it's still all love. I still got love for everybody.
Bless
Still
and
want to see everybody
respect.
win. I'm still here.
Bless and
I ain't
respect.
going
Boom, you
nowhere.
was in there for a hot minute. You was in there for a hot minute. You got ghosts. It's okay.
Who, me?
Yeah. It was after that debate. It was after the politics or religion or something. You was like, yeah, I'm out.
Oh, yeah,
It wasn't them out. I think that what ended up happening with me is that I look at the group and the group is fire. It's a lot of people in there that I do like, but then I figured that I had just came from a group and that group was more based off of popularity, right? So then when I got in this one, I thought that, okay, maybe it's going to be some more unbiasedness. So when we got to talking about religion, I don't never want to change anybody's opinion on their religion, but I do talk facts, right? So when you was like, you know what, everybody leave this alone, I'm like, you know what, you're right. But then that let me know, like, you know what, I don't even want to fuck this up because first off, my bro invited me in here. Secondly, Dani Marie, you are amazing. So whenever I'm able to work with you, I'm going to reach out to you, right? And I don't need to be in that group trying to go back and forth with people and then fuck up my position with you. So when you said, hey, cut it, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna reach out to Dani on my own. I'm not gonna do that in here because I don't even want that to, because you're amazing and I don't even want to lose you. So
I respect it. Thank you guys. I just had to, I love my folks, so what they leaving me?
It's cool.
I'm still in there.
I've probably been checked on my show about stuff I've done or said more times in my lifetime than I want to admit. So you ain't the first person to come on this show and check me about some shit I said. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes I posted stuff and forgot I said it.
Right.
It was like, yeah, remember you said I wear plastic Jordans. I was like, nigga, I don't even know who the hell you are, brother. First of all, I happen to make a post of some stuff I've observed. I'm an observant person. I took sociology and psychology. I observe people. And then I state my observations. I have a weird filter that sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. But I mean well.
Yeah.
But the nigga had on plastic Jordans, and I was talking about him, and I told him I was.
It is what it is. We just stating facts. I respect it.
You had him on, brother. I don't know what to tell you.
Yes.
But you are I want to say like a mafia guy in the podcasting world right now. And that's just putting it nicely. You are well respected in a lot of circles. It's crazy how even when you don't try, you still end up in circles or the podcast streets are deep. Your name is well in the podcast streets. I don't know about mine. I'm pretty sure it don't. But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about you right now. This is about you. So please tell the people exactly. I don't want to say all the things because we'll be here all night. You have again, she got one of them scrolls that roll down and hit the floor and then scroll down a little bit further. Like her list. How long have you been doing this, like in the podcast space?
No, I have not. I am a pandemic podcaster. I have not been doing this long, but there was a point in time where I was doing like 5 different shows simultaneously. It just became an addiction. So I got past a lot of learning curves very quickly. But presently, I became more intentional about podcasting for newbies because those are the people I tend to attract. newcomers who are entering the space. They want to figure things out. They want to know, how do you get past, or how do you create a workflow and get past a lot of the hurdles or the pain points that people are experiencing when they first launch. So podcasting for newbies is my recent project. It's my baby. We started that in May, and how I landed in that position was I took over somebody's Facebook group of 2,000 plus members. And now I'm just kind of building that from where it's at now, and I turned that into a podcast. And so I help my people basically know their audience, maintain consistency, and deliver quality content on their platforms.
That's a watered down version, sir. We'll take it. We'll take it. I mean, that's little little try. You didn't put the.
I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler.
That's what I was looking for. Let's like that.
About me. Yeah, just come find out.
You being a bunch of stuff like.
What I like about her, and what I like about what you're doing with the winner circle, that I've been noticing, like, hey, such and such is going live, show them some love, like, you know what I'm saying? You kind of forcing everybody to network, and you shouldn't have to, but because you're doing that, people should even respect you more, because that's what I'm all about. Like, bro, I don't care about you getting 1-2 views, but if we all rock together, then we should just support each other. Fuck it. Every time you go live, I said, if I got 5 podcasting friends, I understand we got work. I understand people got kids and stuff, but if we actually working out together, bro, I should at least have 5 views. I don't care if you listen, bro. Put your computer on my screen. Let my shit, you know what I'm saying? Because that's support. You feel me? So when y'all do that and y'all like, hey, DC going live. Hey, what's the lady's name? You know what I mean, though. When such and such going live, you know what I'm saying? I didn't seen people's podcasts that I would have never seen if y'all didn't message and say such and such just went live. You feel me? So that's dope too. And in the last circle that I was in, ain't nobody telling nobody who going live. Don't nobody give a fuck unless they going live. So I definitely support and appreciate what you do.
I appreciate you saying that, Boom. You know, it does come pretty natural for me, but I am all about sharing and not gatekeeping. And what are we doing this for if we don't support one another? You're definitely not going to grow and get any further if you don't show support. So I appreciate you saying that.
And plus, everybody don't want to hear my alien conspiracy shit. They might want to come over here and hear what DC talking about. They might want to go down there and hear what Dani Marie talking about.
I appreciate that. Ain't nobody trying to hear what I'm talking about, brother.
I mean, listen, you shut up. This nigga, he too humble. We got to get him out of this.
Very much so.
Too humble.
Very much so. Very much so.
Lord.
But you're right.
So here's the thing. When cocky DC come out, it's a problem because I can't be. That just sounded weird as hell now that I said that out loud. But anyway,
no Diddy.
No Diddy.
I was waiting to see if anybody was gonna catch me, but y'all didn't say that. So I was like, maybe I'm safe. But my subconscious was like, nah, you can't get away with that.
Right.
But no, I mean, when I started doing this, man, Boom. You know, we from Akron, Ohio. Like when I started doing this, podcasting wasn't legit. It wasn't. Thanks, man. I know my guy. My guy on EIG always gonna hit me with the pause if I fuck up. Thank you for the Brunch Hour podcast for that, man. My nigga from New York, man, he always gonna keep me straight. When I started this, man, it wasn't with the intention of, you know what I'm saying, doing nothing spectacular or nothing like that. It was just the purpose of, like you said, Danny, I started during the pandemic. Pop passed away. I was doing Blur's Eye View, first podcast I ever did. And then I was like, I want to do my own thing. And I just wanted to talk shit. I ain't really want to do nothing profound. We didn't even start off doing interviews. It was just really just talking mess and talking about stuff going on in the world, the pandemic, people not washing their hands, Walmart being a swamp of stores. It was just, having fun and being authentic. It was just a chance to show people my personality. And that's all it was. So what you do is really important because there are people who are getting in this space and there are people who aren't helping. Like if I would have had some of the knowledge that I had to look up on my own late nights, 3, 4 in the morning, just researching and all that, and then taking it to people that, wanted to help. It was important because we didn't have that. It was just, here's a mic, get started. So I did the best. We did the best we could, It was horrible. It looked like it was a big video. Our first logo was trash. I mean, learning process. When you jump off, either you do it or you don't. That's the thing about podcasting. I try to tell people, like, you can't plan for perfection. Like you got to make mistakes. It's a full contact sport. You don't get better by trying to practice talking or practice, you know what I mean? You just really got to do it.
I'm mad at DC though. I still got a little bit of animosity built up toward DC. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Did you guys know each other before the pandemic? First of all, DC, you said you started because your dad passed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, similar story. So my dad passed away too, and that's another reason. I got laid off from my job, 2 jobs. I was working 2 full-time jobs. Just became a single mom, and my dad passed away. So I'm like, I need a place to vent. I need a place to air this out. So I definitely respect and understand that. But then, did you guys know each other prior to the pandemic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me tell you why I got animosity. This is why I got animosity towards him. This is why I ain't let this animosity go. And this article, I'm always hitting with it, but no better place than to release this animosity, right? So he started doing podcasting a year before I started. He the only reason why I'm a podcaster, right? Because I was gonna do it, then I was like, no, I ain't got enough people. He's like, nigga, don't nobody give a fuck about you having to get on there and just talk. Views, no one view, no views. Get on there and do what you do. This is what you want to do, bro. Go do it. And that's the reason I was like, fuck it, then I'm gonna do it. So this is how I even got into it, right? But before he started his podcast, and everybody was talking about doing podcasts. Before he started his podcast, I asked this man to be a part of his fucking podcast. I said, bro, please, bro. And then he decided to let me be on later on, right? But he don't even know that I am the loyal one. I'm going to show the fuck up. I'm
okay.
Every fucking
so we
show.
had other co-hosts before.
Daddy, please don't feed it to
it.
Okay.
I'm on time. I'm pulling up every motherfucking trip. Even when I'm on the road, I don't give a fuck where I'm at, nigga. This is my man's. I told him I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. I got his back because I believe in him and I support him. But I ain't got no real animosity.
Look, it's too late for the bleeps. I heard a bleep. It's too late for all the bleeps.
Yeah,
this is my brother though. I want you to know though, for real talk. Other than that though, even though I was talking shit about that, man, me and him came together. We rocked out, and right now, man, I'm so happy to be podcasting with my brother right now, man.
That's blessed. I love that. I love that. See, he's been down to the soil. He's been loyal to the soil, and you didn't even. My God.
A chance to rebuttal, Your Honor. Plead my case here since today. I'm guilty today that I'm on trial today. I already got checked 3 times, and it's only been what?
He's just going to clear it up. He's just going to clear it up.
I have never been put on trial so fast in my life. Donald Trump has had a better go in court than this. This is outrageous. The mute button don't work on this show. This is wow. So the truth is, when I first started this, like I said, it wasn't to podcast. It wasn't like I was trying to, put people on and put people in positions. That came later on. Like I said, it was just really an outlet for me to talk shit. And I had 3 people with me, who I was in school together. And at the time, it just felt right. Looking back on it, I still say it still feels right. But at the same time, we here now.
It was amazing. They still are amazing. They still amazing. Courtney, Chris, still amazing right to this day.
It wasn't. I was just saying, time happens. Things change. I took a setback where I had to take 6 months off. So, I didn't know where I was going with it. So,
I was being selfish. We from America, bro. Pick me up, bro. I ain't had no experience or nothing, man. He's smart. That's like he got a chance to pick LeBron James or me on the 2-on-2. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Easy choice.
I went with what I knew at the time, and we grew. I had to grow. But that's not why we're here tonight. We're not
okay. I love it.
So, Dani, let me ask you a question.
Don't ask me another math question. I failed.
No. We all on a math question. Do I really want to do that? I do. Why not? I wouldn't be me if I didn't. What makes you the most angriest about new podcasts?
I just put a post up today. I said a lot of you new podcasters are like little chipmunks, just going around to different spaces, collecting nuts, collecting information, and storing it up somewhere, going nowhere fast, just darting from here to here to here. And there's no progress. You're just stagnant. So what makes me frustrated about those individuals is like, stick to something, commit, go to a coach, go to a community. There's no more jobs on you. We got off you, DC. Get connected to a community and stick it out. Stick with the people you started with, number one. But two, like, you're going to go to all these different spaces and get different information every time. So you're only going to get more confused the more you continue to put yourself in these different spaces. You can ask one question, you're going to get 50 different answers when it comes to how you should do a podcast, what type of direction, what type of equipment. There's so many different answers. So that's why it's important to just stick with one and build on that foundation, to your point earlier. Start small and work your way up as you start to add new things to your process, your workflow, your formula. But commit, commit to something. Commit to a coach. Commit to one group, and stick with that.
Danny, I'm not gonna lie. You
I'm
just made me think about
angry. Grr.
everybody's angry. It's kind of dead, but no, you just made me think about something. You just really made me think about my actions lately. Why I've been in and out of groups. So when I first started 4 years ago, I was in like 2 groups, and we were supposed to be like taking over the world, and everybody's working. And guess what happened? People stopped working. I outlasted them. So I was like, damn, this ain't the circle for me. So I joined another one, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be family. We're gonna work. And guess what happened? People took days off. It was, you know. So I think the problem was you guys worked, and I'm not used to that. So it was a little bit intimidating. You guys are intimidating. You guys,
That's
we
why I
having a
said the
breakthrough.
fuck up.
Yeah, man, we having a breakthrough moment with everybody, jumping on me now, but I'd be like, maybe that's the reason why, because I was just trying to find my nut. I mean, I just didn't want to dart back and forth. I was just, I feel so better.
We don't shame, but that does make me a little frustrated because we are here to try to build each other up and try to
Oh,
create a
oh
space
no.
where we're all thriving and learning.
And then yes, you're right. That is the thing. But I also was burnt out. I'm a little burnt out. Still podcasting. Like I try to prioritize my time now, and make sure I'm more intentional with energy. Um, and I still have a problem where I'm a Sagittarius, so we're quick to cut people off. I could see somebody I knew yesterday walking down the street. Now I look right dead in their soul and keep on walking. I'm bad at that. I'm working on me, y'all. That's on me. That's my bad, y'all. That's on me. I'm working on it. But that's ain't about that. So Danny, let me ask you another question. Um, Looking back on when you started, have you ever like went back and looked at some of the spaces you were in when you first started? Like I look back because I went back recently because Instagram only lets you get so many followers, so you have to kind of cut that off and then delete people. So I went back and looked, and there was a bunch of podcasts that when I first started was prominent, or I thought was like really well to do, but they're no longer around, like haven't posted in like a year or two. Have you noticed some of that with some of the podcasts when you first started looking around?
So wait, what was the question? Did I go back to look at the growth, or what was it specifically?
Specifically, have like so when you first started during the pandemic, yeah, I know you met a lot of podcasters back then. Have you looked back and seen like are there a lot of them still around, or gone by the wayside? Because I've seen like at least I've deleted at least about 300 to 400 podcasts in the last couple months that just ain't.
Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot.
As I go back and I look, if you haven't posted, within the year, and your last post was like 2021, 2022, chances are you ain't coming back. That's just the way the game works. Once you miss 2, 3 days, turn to a week, turn into a month, turn into a year, now you're taking up space. And I hate to say it like that, but expansion calls for, those who are working to stay, those who aren't, you gotta go. So have you noticed like, a lot of shows that, are no longer around or just,
At least
barely hanging
five
on?
people. I say I started with a cohort, and at least five of those people have already died off. And they always be like, before they left or stopped, just checking in with me. And like, I think I'm gonna quit. And I'm like, no, don't quit, keep going. Ah. But no, they definitely stopped because they felt they hit a plateau. Things weren't growing or moving fast enough.
Mhm.
And so instead of re-strategizing, They just gave it up altogether, which I really hate for people. Like, it's probably just a quick tweak, something in your process you're not doing. You need to check your analytics and maybe figure that part out. But yeah, there were like 5 people that I'm really disappointed they're not doing it, because they had prominent platforms and a big message, like gaps in the space that people were really trying to, like, connect with, but they
Mhm.
gave up. Second season, if that. And I want to ask, what makes you decide how many episodes you'll put in a season?
Me. So the way I started, there was a platform I was going on, and they did like 12 episodes was considered a season for them. So my first season when I joined them, I was like, we just gonna do work. And then I started looking at thinking about it as like TV. So, when I first started the show, was based on, trying to be like late night talk show, because I don't sleep. So I'm usually up watching, I used to watch them all, Arsenio Hall, Jay Leno, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, all of them. So, that's where I kind of got it from. Just watching TV and want to be based off of, when you watch it, every show gets a certain amount of shows that they run in one season. Some people do 24, some people do 12. I found like 15 was cool for me, depending on bonus episodes. But it was just one of the things where it felt right professionally. It looked, a little more official if I had seasons broke it down and it wasn't just one big run on sentence where it's like, season 5, episode 2035. And I'm just like, damn, what happened back here? Like, where was the break, bro? Like, you just kept going on and on. And that, that's cool. But for me, it just gives me also a break. It's a built-in break. If I know, boom, I got 15 episodes, whoever people fill in those spots, that's it. And if I don't have people in those spots, I'm still going to do a show, but it's going to be a different show.
And
But at the same time,
you can also pinpoint interviews like, oh yeah, I had a
yeah,
person on season 1, I had this
yeah.
person on season 2. So yeah.
And that's another thing. It just helps catalog everything for me. It was like I played sports, so it was just like having a breakdown, having seasons. Just made it easier for my mind to wrap around what's going on and how to deal with it.
I got a question for you, Danny. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Oh no, go ahead.
I got a question for you, Danny. What are some? Okay, you said you said that you see podcasters, they're like squirrel nuts, they store nuts and stuff, and then whatever. I don't know if he asked it like this. I'm not sure. I hope I'm not repeating the question he asked, but like, what are some mistakes that you see podcasters constantly make?
I did not ask that.
What'd you say, DC? I heard you. What'd you say?
Oh, I said I did not ask that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mistake. You know what? I'm always go back to just not having a plan, a strategy, number one, because that's what I really promote, is you need to have a plan. Just kind of like that lackadaisical, not having a strategy, not having a reason, not having a purpose, not niching down. I have a lot of those conversations. So yeah, my podcast is for everybody. Okay, well, how long do you think that's going to work? If you're trying to monetize your platform and get advertisement, like, what are you going to tell to those people who are trying to pay you? Yeah, everybody, it doesn't sound like they know exactly what they're doing. Or what category is your podcast in? Well, I didn't pick a category. Well, if you're on a platform like Apple or Spotify, you definitely had to pick a category. So it's just that starting off with like the Facebook Live type stuff and calling themselves a podcaster and then not having any strategy behind it.
Okay, so then I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, and I want you to give me your honest opinion on what I'm doing with my podcast lit. All right, I have a podcast called Podcast Lit. Now my shit is enlightenment, right? So I'm in the area, I'm in the realm of Minds is for everybody. So I didn't take that as a shot, but I am in the realm of Minds is for everybody. But the way that I work Minds is, can we learn something from it? Right. So whatever we talk about, if we're gonna talk about any and everything, if we're gonna talk about Will Smith smacking Chris Rock, what did we learn from it? I don't want to sit here and laugh and talk about how he walked up there and how hard he hit him, and he a hoe ass nigga. She this, that. I don't want to talk about that. What do we learn from this? So anything that we talk about, can we learn something from it? And that's how I kind of move my podcast. So I might talk about space, I might talk about entertainment, I might talk about sports, but if we're not learning nothing from it, then I don't want to talk about it. That's my approach, and the problem with my approach is I think that, because I get a lot of this. I'll tell you what I do get, and this is why I feel like I don't get a lot of movement, because this is what ends up happening. people think about my podcast, they think about enlightenment, they see me talk about God, or they see me talk about this, that, and the other, and they be like, man, I'm thinking I'm about to come on his show and it's gonna be red eyes, clear eyes. And then once you get on the show, you know what I'm saying, you be like, hold on, I didn't even know it was gonna go this route. Like I'm thinking when you say religion, it's gonna be God said, and you know, and then once you get on the show, you're like, hold on, I'm free, let me talk real quick, let me speak. And so then they start like opening up, pause. But before, and I think that my approach is wrong, because when I say podcast enlightenment, we talking about everything we learning. That's when they automatically think education. Like they don't think that
it sounds very educational.
It's like a lecture. Like they think it's about to be a lecture. You know what I'm saying? So I try and put out clips and things like that and let people see. But for the most part, it still look like like I'm presenting. You come to get a lecture. So I'm trying to figure out how to get around that. But do you think I should just keep on going, or what? Or switch it up, revamp?
So first of all, do you even have like a trailer or anything that provides education, or do you have a description or anything like that that will give context? Okay. So I like podcast enlightenment. I don't see anything wrong with that. I think that unfortunately we live in this microwave society where people just don't think. So they don't even give the time of day to do their own due diligence to like figure out what it's about. So that's not on you, that's on the people listening. They need to be more accountable. So I think that also people are just interested in like the banter and all the social media stuff and the stuff that's really irrelevant. So I don't suggest you do anything differently. Just keep doing you, but just go find your community, find the people that are going to listen. So that might mean you need to join some of the Facebook groups that talk about the stuff you talk about. Or, you know, find the publications or go to the different people's YouTube channels who are in the same lane as you and be in the comments talking to people and, you know, trying to convert people that way. But you're just targeting the wrong people. All of my friends that I know that I grew up with are not supporters of my podcast. My family does not support my podcast. So it's always those people that you at least expect you to support you. So you have to just go find your folks, find your community.
And I get that, because I ain't gonna go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say, and then maybe you in between episodes you add like polls or discussion boards, things that will kind of expand your thought and the things that you talked about on your podcast.
Well, from what I get from that, and people that's watching and listening, man, from what I got from that, it's pretty much shit, just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Don't switch it up. Find the people that want to be around you, because what ends up happening, right? This is what ends up happening. You get pushed away, or people don't, and then you start just like, you know what, I don't need to do it. And you don't even find the crowd that's in there waiting on you. So I ain't gonna lie to you, by you just saying that to me, it kind of put me there, because at one point I was like, I don't give a fuck about these niggas. I'm trying to fucking teach them something, show them something, nigga. And they ain't even trying to hear this shit, and I ain't even trying to teach it to them in that red eyes, clear eyes way. I'm like, look at this. Look at what dude said. Y'all niggas is out here doing rituals. If you eating crackers and drinking blood, you're doing a ritual, like, you know what I'm saying, type shit. But don't nobody want to hear that shit, like, you know what I'm saying. So then I'm like, okay, you know what, I don't want. But there is people that want to hear it. I just gotta go find it.
19 Keys. You heard of him, right?
I never heard of him.
What? You haven't heard of 19 Keys? Okay, so have you heard of Earn Your Leisure yet? Okay, so you got to go find 19 Keys. But he got 3-hour-long episodes talking about stuff that you're talking about. That what is it? The third eye, like all that stuff. He's talking about all of that. He's a Black dude. He served some time. I think he's from Oakland, but he's well respected. I'm talking about he got people wearing the bands, all his merch, the Black Power, everything. So he has a whole movement, and it's just about, like I said, finding your people. But there are people out there that will adapt, and it will resonate with your audience, your people. So keep going. And a lot of people, that is one of the things that we do kind of get hung up on, like, ain't nobody really vibing with this. This is hot. Like, what y'all mean? Like, I know what I'm doing. Oh, dang it.
You know, people need to look sideways more often. This is actually no, but I think she froze.
She froze. She probably gonna come back. But yeah, man, that is dope, man. I like Dani Marie. I think that when I get in that group and I see y'all doing that, go ahead.
Or I have a weird, crazy method. You can kidnap their timeline. That's what I did.
How you do that?
I just post whatever I want, whenever I want, all day long.
I just post whatever I want, wherever I want, however I want, whenever I want.
The approach I took was, but Danny is right. The approach I took was there's an app called DNA for Insta. So after you post so much, it starts telling you like your vital times that you should post when people are interacting with you the most. It gives you times, breaks down like your most used hashtags, most saved, the most engaging. So anytime you see me hashtagging it, it's because this app told me these are hashtags that really work for my content. So, and that's something I had to realize. Like I said, doing the research, doing trial and error, just failing. And my thing, man, whether one person watch or a million podcasts, you still gonna get the same show. So I think that's the mindset that a lot of people forget. You still have to be a showman, whether there's people watching or not. You still need to, do a show. Like you can't just half-ass because you got one person, one little eyeball watching. Now it's like, well, all right, now we're gonna do it like this because nobody's watching, and whatever.
Well,
now your
let me ask you this then.
gone.
How you feel about this then, DC? And you too, Miss Dani Marie. Somebody said like if you got 2 or 3 laptops or couple phones, you know what I'm saying, that you ain't doing nothing with, use them to put your views on. So you got 5 views that'll make other people come and watch it. Is that true? If I put on 5 of my cameras and log into my page or look at my page and click on it and have 5 people watching, that might make other people come and see like what you're talking about.
I can't speak
That's
to
too
that.
much.
If it's 0 views, they may not.
Oh, brother, I don't even.
Oh, because y'all. I forgot. We 20 plus around.
Brother, I ain't even thought about going that route once before. I was like, ain't nobody watching.
Yeah, that's
ain't nobody watching. That,
I will tell you what I started doing though. My bad, DC. What I started doing is I will go live on my like I'll basically stream my podcast when I don't have anything else I want to like any other content. So I'll just use Facebook Live to go to Spotify and stream my content that way. So if you guys just keep replaying your stuff back to back to back to back to back and just have that, like little white noise, people are scrolling, they might come across your stuff, it might land on it and just binge listen to your stuff because you're live streaming your stuff. I've tried that. And after I do that, I do see like a little 2 or 3 new downloads. So I ain't thought about the 5 devices.
So all your content that you have on Spotify, you would take and play live on YouTube and just let all your content just play like a whole album and people will jump in and out.
Right.
Oh, that's fire.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think you ain't even got to sit there for that. That's dope.
Right. I walk away. Kids in the background screaming, hollering, that's still playing.
I mean, if y'all not following this woman, I don't know what to tell y'all, man.
So boom, let me tell you how I do it. I don't worry about it because if 0 people watching, that means I can get away with shit that I normally wouldn't get away with.
This is the most anti-social loved person I have ever met in my entire life.
I don't know why. I'm still trying to figure out why. Like anywho, but no, that is I really don't know. Like people be like, I don't know why people feel like I try. Like I don't be trying to be like antisocial, but I don't try to waste energy anymore. You know what I mean? Like I'm at a point to where if it ain't making money or if it ain't making me laugh or it ain't entertaining me, I don't really care. Like I seen a post and I probably should care because it was a group. It was a group on Facebook and a dude posted and was like, yeah, this group is the toxic place I've ever been and this and that. And then some dude commented was like, well, nigga, you're the reason why it's toxic. And I was like, see, that's the reason why you can't trust niggas these days. That's why this nigga tried to play the victim, forgetting he was in a chat, in a group chat, like 20,000 people. Like you can't just, but for some reason it just didn't bother me because I was just like, I don't even pay attention. But no, that strategy right there is
tell you DC because he's funny without even trying to be funny and then authentic. Like I don't got to try to impress nobody. I'm gonna show up how I show up, and if you vibe with it, you vibe with it. If you don't, you don't. And that's what people are unfortunately missing.
Because you pretty much attract what you are, right? So if I'm over here building computers, everybody that wants a computer will come my way. Other than that, I don't need to worry about.
I
I don't need
attract
to worry
dope
about
people
you doing this over there,
personality.
doing that over there, because what I'm doing, if they like it, they'll come this way. Other than that, go on about your business. I take that for sure.
You know what it is? I'm playing with house money. I tell people that all the time. I came in the podcast game with nothing. Just me, microphones, and people. And anything that I've earned is because I put the work in. It's because I dedicated myself to it and I didn't sleep. But at the same time, I know that it can be gone, just like that. Like I said, I done seen many of people come in this podcasting game and not be here longer than a cup of tea. You know what I mean? Here for 5 minutes. I use the phrase here today, gone today, because a lot of podcasters don't make it. And the craziest thing I ever heard when I first started, most people won't make it past 30 episodes. If you make it past 30 to 50 episodes, then you were meant to podcast. Because them first 30, you're not gonna see views, you're not gonna see downloads, you ain't gonna see shit. You might see one a day. Then I'm happy. I think I did 800 last month, and I'm still riding high. But you know what? If I only get one this month, I'm cool with it. Because again, I don't
Yeah.
I don't I take it seriously, but I don't take it seriously, if that makes sense.
I
I'm
just want
not.
to also.
I can't see
I'm
those.
sorry. I'm sorry for cutting you off too, bro. I just want to say this real quick. The people that's on my page that's watching, I apologize for not responding to y'all comments. I am sharing my man's stream, and I now am seeing your comments. Shout out to Neo for sending me a message because I do see the comments. I do apologize for ignoring y'all. I do not know why the comments are not popping up. I just wanted to say that. But also make sure that if y'all watching this, if y'all want your comments to be seen, because I will miss them, please go and follow What the Shit Podcast. Like that way the comments can be on screen and you can be heard.
Don't do it.
They on here speaking a lot.
Follow What the Shit Podcast. What's
Please
up,
don't.
Neo? How you doing?
Yeah, Neo.
He said
you
you're
can follow
beautiful. Norman said, my dude Terrion, he said, "What's up, DC?" He saluted us. And they just engaged. And so she said, "Yes, Queen." She said she'll tune in to you, Miss Dani Marie. So I just wanted to, clear out that I apologize for not responding to your comments.
It's a lot of people y'all can follow. I ain't got enough people follow me right now. I'm trying to get rid of some followers. So if anybody needs some followers, I'm loading some off this weekend for the right price.
Y'all been hitting some numbers. Y'all been doing good. I just seen today that she posted a post.
It's aggravating. Like people think I'm playing a part. Like I do this to just do this. Like no, this is me. Like it's fun. Like don't get me wrong. I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want to be famous. I enjoy what I do, and I enjoy getting to talk to dope people. I enjoy getting entertained. It's fun. But at the same time, now I'm getting hit up by weird people. I had the Illuminati email. These niggas are stepping their game up.
About it. That's the
Illuminati. These niggas sent me a 4-point bulletin slideshow and shit, showing my face in cars and next to women and money. I was like, oh, you niggas is trying today.
Blackmail.
They was like, oh, this nigga's doing something. They sent me a picture with my face, like scrolling through the car.
AI.
I was like,
how you feel about the AI, Danny, with this podcasting? Man, I see the AI is really starting to take over podcasting. Really?
Yeah. I'm actually
how you feeling about
excited about it, actually. At first, it was a little nerving, but the reason why I'm excited is because I felt like I missed so many opportunities, and I get to be ahead of the curve since it's kind of just rolling out. So I'm trying to adapt so that I can explain it and understand it for my kids, because that's the era that, it'll be for them. So I'm appreciative. I definitely use AI. You don't? I'll use AI for sure.
I use it, but I don't like it. I use it, but I don't like it.
Oh, for me, it's amazing. I just had Copilot write me a rap.
I understand there's a downside.
What's your downside? What's your downside?
So you made your own. The downside is just like that whole identity, but our identity was getting taken. Our parents took our identity out the gate. So, I mean, when it comes to the whole identity stuff, people are using people's faces. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it get weird to
faces,
me. Like, I'm not,
voices now, they're able to replicate all that.
I want to say, Danny, we're not cutting you off, Danny. I think you're a little behind because I think you were just a little tiny bit behind. I think that's what it is. So it might seem like we cutting you off. We're not.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, when I moved over to my laptop, I understand there's a lag.
Yeah, you be all right. I've had
We'll
worse.
be all right. I just don't want you to think we cutting you off or anything.
Do the max headroom thing, you know, where they be like glitching and their head move all weird. That right there through a whole podcast. So if I can make it through that, we good. But no, I think Danny, do you use Copilot? Are you familiar with it? You like it? Good to you? You don't like it? I love Copilot. I'm gonna tell y'all. You muted yourself. You're muted.
I'm familiar, but I don't use it.
It's amazing to me because it kind of has chat GPT or whatever in it. But it's made my work easier because with real time I can actually Google a person on the show and ask questions tailored to that person. Because if anybody
That's why I don't like you.
Whatever. Hey, for me it's good because I don't like asking questions.
So this is what I think. This is what I think about it, right? I think that the reason I don't like the AI is because it takes the work out of it, right? So then now at this point, anybody could be a fucking podcast.
Hey, brother, I ain't gonna lie to you. I love
it's not original no more. It's not.
Oh, so here's the thing. You can use AI and make it work, but guess what? If it ain't you doing it, then it don't matter. So that's the thing.
Because motherfuckers don't know how to get them questions and switch them up to their own. They're gonna do straight what the AI say.
I don't never take anything I write and do it verbatim. Anything that AI tell me, I don't do it word for word. I take it and form it to fit my personality. I'm not asking them square ass questions to nobody because then I sound like a robot. Like people know when I'm asking questions from AI because it sounds weird as fuck.
Red eyes.
Hey, it just sounds real proper. So I mean, at the same time, it's cool. I think it doesn't hurt the game. I think it's for people who's already been deep into it. It just makes it easier to move along faster. You know what I mean? New podcasters, they still have to learn how to podcast. They can have all the AI they want, but if they absolutely positively suck, then it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, I've seen niggas take steroids and still suck. So you big as fuck, can't even touch your own chin. Like, so it don't matter if you have all this help. If you can't put it to use and make it fit you, then what's the point? Now you just wasting time and money. So I mean, that's why I tell people I don't mind helping people. Somebody was like, "Oh, somebody gonna steal your stuff or whatever." Man, I done gave away ideas that I probably never used, and it probably didn't work for them because they weren't, in my mind frame. So it's easy to get caught up in that, and that's the thing about podcasters. I don't know if you ever heard this, but I was told when I first started, podcasters shouldn't podcast with other podcasters. That shit never made sense to me, and I always say that. I tell people that because the shit still doesn't make sense to me. To me, it sounds like we shouldn't work together. But if you look at any other race, they all work together in whatever it is. So that notion to me is stupid. And I've made it a point to podcast with every podcaster I could while a podcaster would.
Can I tell you why I figured out why we hate each other?
Oh, why?
History lesson.
Me and you?
No, just black people.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait.
It's Juneteenth. I feel like I need to get this out.
Ah, Lord.
The reason that we hate each other, I found out recently that there was a time where the master would let one slave or two slaves free every year. Now you had 200-300 of them, but one of them or two of them might get free. And the way that they got freed was they told on the other people, right? So when they told on the other people, they got in good graces with the master, they got free, right? Because so then everybody else started trying to do it. So now we went from loving each other, trying to figure out how to get out of here to fuck you. And that shit just stayed with us. That's crazy.
Not all of us, but a good portion. I don't care what nobody doing. You can steal something right in front of me and I never seen you.
Yeah, but that's because you're free now, right? So if you try, so in this point, if you was trying to get off of the plantation, you may think like that if you seen somebody do something because innately they gonna tell on you anyway.
Every day enslaved and get to go home for a little bit of time, and I ain't told nobody yet. And I ain't got no plans on it neither. That's
you
just
got
not
the house in my GGA. You got the house in the field, dude.
Yeah,
you got the brown paper bag.
That always messed me up because I never knew what they were doing with that. You know what I mean? Like I was ignorant to it. Like you pull up and somebody just got a brown paper bag just walking around. Just I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Can you explain that to me? I don't know what that's about.
It was to see who was dark or not. You take a brown paper bag and put it up to their skin, and you know, if you darken in a brown paper bag, you was outside. Lesson, message. Anywho, so moving right along.
Yeah, let's go because I'm gonna be mad as hell. I'm gonna go outside.
He's about to sit in. He's about to let it sit in. So what could be like the 4 most basic steps you feel could set somebody apart starting a podcast? 2 people come to you, one stay with you, one doesn't. The one that stayed with you, what would be the first few things you have him do to get set as a podcaster?
Okay, mind you, there's a lag.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely need to have a fire name. Definitely need to have a fire brand, logo. Definitely should legitimize yourself by going on all the different platforms. And then you definitely should have some good equipment.
Word.
Even if you're just starting out, at least
That's true. I don't want to come on here with a mic and you can't hear me, or it's mother freaking noise everywhere in the background. Everybody can hear everything that's going on in my background. I definitely get that. The clarity of the camera, the lighting, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in here, you know, barely can see me. Is you know, so I totally get it, man. I'm on the set yourself up.
Danny, let me tell you, I went to the Deion Sanders School of Podcasting. Look good, feel good, play good. And we lost her. Oh
no. We lost her.
Why Juneteenth take all the good black people?
How you feel about that? You work today?
No.
No.
I've been off all day. I have done nothing all day. When I say nothing, I did. When I say I did nothing for the people, I did absolutely nothing for people. We're gonna get it back. But no, I went like when I first started podcasting, the first thing I thought about was equipment. Like my school gave us like 2 G's, 2,500, something like that, like a little COVID check. You know what I did? I bought a gaming computer right out the gate. I ain't have a podcast full name or nothing, but I was like, I'm not doing a podcast on a laptop.
How much that run you that gaming computer? I know them like 15 plus.
It was 15. 15. Bought a Rodecaster. There we go.
As I'm talking about fire equipment.
Well, you good. You know, we all go through it. We didn't had some issues before. But no, it's a part of the game, you know.
So whenever I use StreamYard,
I didn't get that before. What?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, he was. I don't know what. StreamYard seems to mess up a lot of people. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. StreamYard works for me, and then when people get on here and be like, StreamYard is the worst absolute thing.
Whenever I use StreamYard, I have to use my phone. But I was using my phone.
Yeah, I'm a Zoom person. I've been using Zoom.
I don't know why it doesn't do it well for me.
Only thing I like about Zoom is you can't stream from multiple platforms. That's the best thing about this, is that you can stream from multiple platforms. But I ain't gonna down them right now on they shit. They might cut it all the way off.
Zoom through and through.
I started on Zoom, but for me, it didn't do enough. If that makes sense. It felt because I'm one of them people. Oh snap! Wait a minute. Sorry, y'all. Wait, Danny. Sorry. Danny is brought to you by our sponsor. Let's get to our sponsor for today.
Running low on energy, long days and even longer nights. Tired of all the other energy drinks and bars promise you a lot and never delivering? Need to make it through work? but want a product that can keep up with your busy lifestyle? Want no longer. Try Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls. The balls that are so smooth and with a load of nutrients and vitamins to really get you up and bouncing off the walls. Made with all natural ingredients and healthy junk to satisfy even the pickiest eater. Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls are sold everywhere where you buy your junk. And now for those who want that extra kick in the butt, comes Chef's Heavy Duty Chocolate Salty Balls with 120% more caffeine than the leading brand. Disclaimer, this product has not been approved by the FDA or World Health Association. Warning, this product is not intended for consumption by children, elderly people, or women who are pregnant, or may become pregnant. You might even get pregnant.
Thank you, Chef. Love that sponsor. Gotta get a new refresh. So where were we? StreamYard is kind of crappy for you guys. I understand that. Don't worry about it. I like StreamYard. I started on Zoom. Ended up going over to Restream and then got on StreamYard. So I don't know really too much.
How did you like Restream?
Sucked. Restream, it was limited in its abilities. I'll say that. It was semi decent, but it didn't like for me. Like I said, for me, I like to be able to kind of put production value on it, I guess, even though it's technically a podcast, so people who are listening are going to see it, but you can hear it, and it makes a difference sometimes. So even being able to have some of the stuff, visual effects, screen sharing, and all that, it just felt like.
So I'm gonna tell you the problem I got with Restream, right? So I'm not sure. I got to do a little bit more research because I think they have a freaking connection somehow, but pretty much it stated that through Zoom I should be able to stream through multi-platforms using Restream and Zoom connected. But my problem is, and the reason that I have to do a little bit more research is because I already paid like for a year subscription through Zoom. I'm not about to pay another year subscription through Restream just to month. You know what I'm saying? But if they connected, then I'll do it through that because that's why I asked you about Restream.
I think it's been 3 years since I used it, but I believe, and Danny might know better than me as far as the connectivity of Zoom and Restream, because I believe it was, but when I was doing it, it just felt outdated for me a little bit. As far as like what I'm used to, and some of the tools that I learned. So I even tried like OBS, which adds for the bird.
Better know computers because you gotta do everything, man.
If you try to use OBS, you definitely need to be a PhD genius because that shit was.
I'm good with it, but it's time consuming. I got it. I got it down. I got the different screens and everything. I got it. I even got the gamer shit. I got Gap Gaming coming out for y'all. Gap Gaming, bitch.
So you guys, I actually did a roundtable discussion about this. Because I wanted to know the difference. And what I hear a lot people do is they'll compare two platforms, but it's rare that you get all the information in one conversation. So I did a roundtable. I had somebody talk to us like about Ecamm, then Restream. I was representing Zoom, and then we had Riverside and one more. So that's out there. We got 100 views because it's a YouTube video, but I put together a roundtable discussion, so you guys can go find that. I'll try to link it so that you guys can get the comparison of the different platforms, the pros and the cons in one conversation and make your decision. But I'll tell you, I love Zoom because everything, although you cannot stream to the different platforms, everything for me is in that one place. When it comes to scheduling, I can send people a link from Zoom so that they can schedule. When it comes to a form that they need to fill out, 10 questions, Zoom will allow for the capacity of 10 questions. When it comes to pre-recording and live streaming, even though it's only to Facebook and YouTube, you can use the stream key to type that into other platforms such as Instagram, so on and so forth. So there is that, but just everything for me was in one place instead of me trying to mill piece things together, like have a Google document over here and then try to follow up on that. I just have everything on Zoom. So that's why I love Zoom.
I don't hate it. I'm not gonna say I outright hate Zoom. it just for me, it didn't give me what I wanted. It just felt like I said, and in my mind, I went for production, I guess, over functionality. Zoom does function well. It just didn't give me the tools that I felt I wanted. So
Yeah.
I would never, slander them because that's where I got my start. I did a
Right.
whole season on Zoom. And then went over to Restream, and the rest is history. Now we here.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think everybody needs to, go through those things because you like OBS and Zoom to me are like if you want to put in some work, those are two that are good. Um, I'm not a fan of Riverside. I don't know why. It's just something about it. Maybe it's the name or just the look of it. It just looks. It gives me like
The name and the look.
yeah, just give me highway killer vibes. Something about it just don't feel quite right. I don't know. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I don't know. But I think I tell people if you don't podcast, you should. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just for the simple fact, we both talked about it. It's very therapeutic.
Yeah.
All the BS aside of the men versus women and all this and that, it's really nothing more freeing than being able to one control your own narrative.
Right.
Say what you feel and not feel like you're going to be judged. And two, you own something. There's
Right.
no better feeling than owning, something that is being heard to the it
Mhm.
might not be the full masses, but you do pretty well. You'll feel it.
I had
Um,
a guest just the other day, Eddie Bells, who said basically in his family, how he grew up, he can't even get one single picture about him and his family. But when it comes to podcasting, this can live on forever for his kids, kids,
mhm.
kids, kids, kids. So it's like a legacy that you get to leave behind, a digital footprint, basically, of people, not people, but of you showing up, you sharing stories, you kind of going to these different spaces and telling people how you feel. The personal side of you gets to be showcased. So all of those reasons are why he podcasts, and I would tend to agree. I want my kids to be podcasters, believe it or not, because it's a confidence booster, self identity, therapeutic. For all of those reasons, I agree. You can turn your passion into a podcast and a profit.
Indeed.
And
Um,
speaking of profit, you got your own merch.
I do. I got some stuff. I don't know. I'm not see again, and that's me being, just a little dude from Akron. I don't really try to be out here hawking products and stuff like I'm a professional. I'm just a dude that like to talk. That's really all I do. If people like it, thank you. If they don't, I honestly don't care. I mean, hey, whatever. If you even listen for 1 second, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming. But at the end of the day, I'm just having fun. Like that's what keeps me coming back to do this is the fun part. Now, don't get me wrong, the last, few months over the, last year, probably since I really came back in September, I've been paying attention to numbers and really looking at it as, taking more steps, becoming a true podcaster in every sense of the word. But I don't I don't really get caught up in it. And I think that's how I'm able to stay grounded, I guess, because I don't really take myself too seriously. I don't take again, it could be all gone tomorrow. I've experienced that to where I couldn't podcast for 6 months. And it was the worst 6 months of my life. And I got
Wow.
to watch everybody grow and doing good stuff. And I was bitter as fuck. I was looking at people shit like, man, forget you. I could have did that show better. No, and I couldn't, but it just made me feel better. So when I came back, I told myself that I was going to be more intentional with everything that I do. Because I ain't gonna say I was a podcast whore, but I was on a bunch of shows I didn't probably need to be on just because people asked. And I was like, I ain't got nothing else to do. Why not? It sounds like fun. I'm there. But now it's to the point where I know I need to kind of step back, live life, but also, do what I do. So I think that's one thing that I wish I would have learned earlier is not to go too hard too early in some points because I burnt myself out a few times to where I've thought about quitting. I even said the words out loud. I even joked about it on the show, um, because I just felt I ain't have it in me. But I did it. But I also tell people don't quit. Because every time I tried to, there's a bunch of dope ass people who wouldn't let me for some reason. Kept pulling me back. Thanks, Boom. Glad you here.
Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back.
It was like I was like right out the door. I was like, "Yep, it's the last one." And we were like, "Yeah, so you coming back tomorrow, right? We'll see you back in the work
pretty
tomorrow,
much.
right?"
Pretty much. Pretty
I was
much.
like, "Yeah, sure." But no, I think everybody do need a podcast because it is very freeing. It's a very it's if you do it right for the right reasons, it's amazing.
Mhm.
You got to come in not trying to worry about money or views or listens and downloads and all that stuff. That even if I've been doing this, it'll be matter of fact 4 years in July. Man,
Yeah.
it'll be 4 years in July. We'll be celebrating 4 years of doing this. You know what I mean? 10 seasons, 4 years, and I still don't have a full grasp on what it is to be, a
Podcaster.
podcast. You learn every day, but you got to be open to learning and to trying something different, but also being down, like because you're not always gonna get the views you think. You're not always gonna get the listens. And I think that's the biggest part of why people quit because they come in seeing other people, posting, hey, I'm getting, 100 downloads. It's like, oh, well, if they doing it, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, it sounds good, but that ain't that.
It didn't start like that, and that's what we don't look at.
You got to remember, Joe Rogan been doing it for like 10 years. He just now getting a bag. And he been doing it 10 years. You think he about to do it 10 months and be rolling in dough, Scrooge McDuck style? That ain't how it works. You got to be realistic with it.
So how are you going to commemorate 4 years?
We're playing a game called You Ain't Shit.
I like it.
So
card game comes soon.
I wanted to try it tonight, but I needed an extra person. So the way this game works is, you get 5 people. Of course, I'm the host. So I read a question off. The object of this game is to not be picked. Yes. And it's based off assumption. So you don't really know people like you think you know them.
Right.
But this game will make you think. So it's pretty much just I like to do stuff like that because it breaks away from the normal. I've done Jeopardy. Family Feud was a disaster. I got a game called 3 the Hard Way. I haven't asked anybody, Miss Michelle. See, that's what I'm talking about. I can't even get the game going without somebody already saying why I'm in the game. Over here, these guys. I was gonna ask you actually. Thank you. But no, I don't want to do like one of those where you go back and you look at all the old stuff we did and all that. That's boring. It's been done. I don't want to do this is your podcasting life. I don't want no flowers and none of that. I want chaos. So in this game, the way it works is I ask a question, everybody gets a chance to vote. The person with the most votes at the win ain't shit.
Okay.
But you also get to look at who people think is like the worst person ever, because there are some questions where you have to look at somebody like, damn, I think you could kill somebody and hide their body and then pee your pants while you walk down the street. I didn't never think of you that way until this question was asked. So now that I thought about it, it's you.
You get the turd emojis, that stuffed turd emoji for the winner.
I'm thinking about it. So I mean, some of these questions are, cool, thought provoking, but some of them are just me being an asshole. I'm sorry. I don't take the shits. I just disturb them. I just like like having fun. So I'm gonna ask you another question while we have you. You don't have to answer this.
Okay.
Let me preface this by saying you don't have to answer this.
Okay.
But if you would indulge me just a little bit, I want to ask you something serious.
I'm already laughing.
Let me get it out.
I want to ask you something serious.
Right.
But I'm actually like this. So have you ever been on a podcast with somebody? And I'm actually whispering while I do this, so I don't want them to hear us. Have you ever been on a podcast with somebody and it just didn't feel like they knew what they were doing, or it just felt like you were being held hostage?
Ooh. No, that's never happened to me.
You nice, because I'm not gonna lie. It ain't happened. I was on the show, British guy, but he was from America. He was British, but he was from America. It was weird. And he started talking, and as soon as he started, I was like, yeah.
Wait, I'm about to name drop. Is his name Duncan?
Huh? So moving right along.
Plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth, Your Honor. So moving right along.
That is funny.
It might have been. I don't. You know what's crazy? I don't even remember dude's name.
Don't try that. You remember.
Oh, see that now you know. I'm the person that get people in trouble. You can't get me in trouble while so I know how to maneuver around the stakes of the game. I know how not to answer a question.
But what do you think it was? Okay, it wasn't Duncan, you guys. Okay, but
No.
now that he said it, Duncan's was probably my experience.
What happened?
But he came on my platform. It was for podcasters. So Plan to Podcast was one of my shows. Okay. So mind you, I've done a lot of different shows, a lot of different podcasts.
Steve Harvey of women's podcasting. Like you do a lot of shows. Like every time
I don't do them anymore, but yes, I did. Like I said, Monday was a different podcast. It was Motivation Monday, Mommy Meetup, Life Unscripted with Dani Marie, Throw It Back Thursday, Follow Me Friday, and then Plan to Podcast. So he was on Plan to Podcast.
Oh,
wow. And I'm name dropping. DC is not, I am. And he just seemed just not comfortable, and just rambling for the most part. So that was my experience with Duncan. Duncan, holla at me. We can work through it. Yeah, we can work through it.
Oh, no. Duncan just made me catch a stray. Hold on now.
DC ain't name dropping. I'm name dropping. I don't give a fuck.
I'm name dropping.
Hey, boom, remember that? You remember menace? Don't be a menace to society in the hood by drinking your juice. And the old dude was like, I don't want no trouble. And then Loke Dog was like, but I do and stump nigga out. That's what you just did to me. She stumped me out. Like,
I don't want
no trouble, but I do.
It's cool.
I could do that. I'm the strategist. I am coined the strategist. So actually on the weekends, I review my members, their podcasts over the weekend. And I do give some tough critique, but that's because they asked me to. But yeah, for me, Duncan it just wasn't a good vibe. So yeah, I wasn't excited about putting that out, but you know, he's for somebody.
I'm gonna tell you this, Dani. We done said Duncan like 6-7 times. When he put this in Opus clips, there's gonna be some clips about Duncan on this motherfucker.
I don't make the clips, I just put them out.
The disclaimer is you can always get better, number one. And two, DC didn't say it, Danielle did.
Yeah, see, I see that's how I get away with a lot of stuff. I don't say the stuff. It just happened to be on this show.
Now he manipulate that shit.
I don't.
How y'all feel about the things that's going on in the TV shows today? Then here I come.
Danny, another question. This is a serious question.
Every time you say this, okay, go ahead.
Did you know that a rap beef is just two dudes reciting poetry to each other?
Oh my gosh. I was actually in the comments when you said that one time. I
saying it once every show because people got to know this. People be getting hype over rap beefs, and all it is fake sheer. You know what I'm saying? It's just fake shit.
Matter of fact, it was I think when you said it last, old girl was in there. She said that she likes rap beefs, and I think you and I agreed. Like all these new people, we don't know nothing about them.
I couldn't tell you anything about Little Skeet Skirt, whatever they name it.
When the name started changing, I don't know. When they started to become Lil, I don't know. I used to watch Fight Club all the time, but I will say the hottest rap battle, and I don't even know it was a rap battle, but the verses between Dipset and the Lox. I almost forgot. That was the best in a long time.
No, that was Dipset versus Jadakiss.
Yeah,
right.
It was.
Right.
I don't subscribe to rap beef. It's funny. Especially this last one was entertaining.
So you didn't even get into the Kendrick and Drake.
I did. I mean, I was Team Kendrick because that Not Like Us was a bop. Like,
right.
Y'all see that bullshit they trying to say about that?
Nah.
They pretty much saying that he paid for his streams. But I'm like, too many people listen to that. They listen to that about 30 times a day. I don't know.
I had it on repeat for 2 weeks. So he definitely got my
He care about
streams.
y'all
If,
stuff, too.
if Drake can get a ghostwriter, Kendrick can pay for his own streams.
Hey,
I don't even care. That was a bop.
that shit was fire. It don't matter. He paid for streams, and that was a fire
Right.
ass song.
Right.
He
Do
definitely
what you
got
gotta do.
because it definitely was on rotation for me.
And it's for the whole summer. I mean, they was talking about how the colleges was going to have like a field day with this. Like,
Well, they already playing in their games.
Sure.
What is your favorite moment as a podcaster?
Okay, so I started this new thing, you guys. I do a whole presentation the first 15 minutes that I get people, like my pre-interview process. So I have a whole presentation. I have a disclaimer using Zoom, and then I have a whole presentation prior to the point that we get started with the interview. The reason why is because at the end of it, I'm trying to upsell them to purchase a package for $75. And so that's my favorite part, is to kind of see how that's working out. It's very exciting. So I walk people through 3 different platforms. So because like you said, you can't really do a lot with Zoom. So first we go live on Facebook. We do a game of 2 truths and a lie so that we can introduce them, let them know the rollout, let people who are watching know when the episode's going to air. Then we go back and do the recording for the audio version. And then we go to YouTube on an unlisted video for the Patreon community. And then after that, I pitch them. So I try to make it as professional as possible, try to produce it the best that I can, and help them, feel like it's a whole experience. And at the end of them, I'm like, so you liked all that, right? All right, now here's a package for $75. We can skip the line because I record 4 to 6 weeks in advance. You can skip, you can get all these shorts, you can get the raw footage. And I'm telling you guys something, okay? All that for $75. So I like to curate an experience. So you could be a regular or you could get this package. And that's for the people that really are trying to use my platform for leverage. If they have a campaign, a book, or they're premiering something new, they're starting to launch a coaching program. For all of those reasons, they would want that package to market themselves. Because a lot of times people will come onto your platform and you don't hear about the episode anymore after that. Like they're like, yep, I did that. And they never share it. They never talk about it. So for those people that take this real seriously, they would purchase that marketing package. It's just been fun to, like you said, try something new and see how that's been going. So that's my favorite part, just like the prep and the build up, the anticipation for when I'm about to pitch to these people.
Always the saleswoman.
And that trips me out. That dude pisses me off because I'm not gonna lie. Don't get it twisted. It is my show. So I should be putting in the work as far as promoting my own thing. But damn, I'm not asking you to promote episode 2. Nigga, you was on episode 4. Promote episode 4. It's you. Like, you know what I'm saying? So don't wait for me. Especially like, I get it, but we talking about your song. We talking about your product. So
Right.
even if I'm trying to do my other shows and support these other clips from my new stuff so I can get people to watch, you still should be sharing that because this is you. This is
They don't even go back
product.
to listen to themselves on the episode. They don't even go back to watch it. You can't ask them 2 questions about what happened on the episode. It's really weird to me, but yeah.
I used to back when I was an angry individual when I first started this. I used to get mad at that. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Because to me it felt like, especially because I used to do like flyers, like extravagant. Like I do them again now. Like I stopped for a while, but I started doing them again because it was more for me than them. I had to realize that people are only gonna, share so much or do so much, even when they're trying to promote themselves. But for me, again, it's all about one. I get to show my skills by doing these promos and doing all that. And even if they don't share them, that just let me know that when it comes, because I've actually had that happen. I had somebody who I did work with. We, didn't share nothing, nothing. But had the nerve to come back to me, to try to come back on. It's like, dog, you didn't appreciate it the first time. So now it's like, yeah, I'll let you know when I'm free. Like now you're on my time. And if I have time for you, I do. If I don't, I'm not losing out because you need me more than I need you, it feels like.
Hello. And to avoid that burnout, find a way to charge for what you do. There's a lot of people out there that are like, oh my God, I would never pay to be on somebody's platform. Okay. Don't pay to be on nobody's platform. That's fine.
I don't need you. It's people that will pay.
Hello.
That's the thing.
And I know it's like the upsell, like just to come on and be a guest, you can do that for free. But the upsell, the whole package that comes with that, that's the part that people would pay for. But yeah, if you're putting in all this work in terms of like repurposing the content, clipping it up into short form, there is AI for that. But this is a lot of work. You should be compensated. This is our job at the end of the day, especially if you're full time. And so, yeah, we gonna need that
for sure. I think that's the important part that I'm trying to grapple with myself now, because I'm one of them sympathetic shoppers. I've always had a soft spot. Like, if I ain't gonna pay for it, I don't think nobody else gonna pay for it. And I always try to get myself out of that mindset, because I know I've had people ask me like off rip, like, so how much do you charge for interviews? And I'm like, nothing. They're like, well, for real? I'm like, yeah, I'm not. I don't. That's just, it's not me. Like, when I started this, like I said, I didn't do it with the intentions of making money. Now I'm at a point to where I'm doing well. Got some sponsors that help advertise and all that. It's nothing paying, but to even have that when I first started, not thinking like that was even gonna happen, it's a blessing. So I'm getting to the point to where I'm trying to put those things in action. Well, I need to put those things in action, but it's one of them things that you grapple with yourself, like, do I deserve this? It's one of them existential things that you have to kind of ask yourself, like, am I really providing the service, or am I just here? So you want to pay for a service, you don't want to pay just to be here. Me, I feel like I'm providing the service, but at the same time, I'm just really I'm here.
Look, you can tell people who want to learn how to monetize their show and get those sponsors, you could charge them $15 and teach one course and sell that for $15. Because I know you don't like to be all in the mix. So you could just put that on recycle and repeat. Just have people go.
I do have somebody I'm helping build a podcast and a studio, so I will be getting paid for that.
Okay.
First client. So me and Courtney, we have a business. We actually have a production company, so we've been trying to put that back in action. I rarely talk about it because I don't talk about myself too much,
Okay, you don't have to talk about it, but when you show the sponsors, just make sure you slide yours in.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna make sure I get mine. But at the same time, it's just one of them things that you have to learn as a podcaster is your limits and where you're at, because you have to be realistic where you're at. You can't, like I said, I know some people who try to get big dollars with like 3 episodes, and it's like, no, but these episodes is like, yeah, all right. I don't care if you have to rock on one of them episodes, my nigga. You got 3 episodes. That is not enough to take to anybody to show consistency or work. That's just so that's why I be trying to be leery of who I have on also, because I don't want nobody just be using me, because I done had some people try that. So that's another thing you got to look out as a podcaster, who is really for you and who is for themselves in this.
So how do you vet those people? What's your advice on properly vetting somebody?
For me, I've been a good judge of character based on like speaking to people. Like I say, I took sociology and psychology, so I've become kind of good at reading people as far as intentions or personality, just based on little small things. It might not seem like enough, but it's got me through life where I ain't really got screwed over too much. But like I've noticed, like if I make a post about, oh hey, we just hit 800 downloads, and somebody come in and like, hey man, so I see, what's up, man? Can I get on the show?
Right.
Yeah, that's the people who I avoid. You know what I mean? So you just gotta be, because the people who aren't celebrating you when you're down, them people you don't really want to be around. So I had to learn that, because there was a bunch of, I was around some podcasters who, when I was feeling bad, we didn't talk about it. But as soon as, something good was happening, or they wanted to talk about, their accomplishments, they wanted to hit me up. And it's like, I don't want to hear from you when you winning. Like, you know what I mean? That ain't really, I don't really care. And I hate to say that like that, but sometimes I try. I have empathy. I think I was born with it.
somewhere in there.
It's somewhere. I swear to people, I be trying. It ain't me. It's just I just be, I don't want to say unbothered, but I realize, like I said, in this game, to learn what's important and what I need to be up in arms about, and what can wait, and what's not important, or what I like numbers. I worry about them, but I don't lose sleep over it.
Right.
Views, I worry about it, but I don't lose sleep over it. And like I said, I got to the point where the numbers are the numbers. We have a good month, I'm gonna show you. If we have a bad month, I'm still gonna show you. I don't want nobody people think I'm just showing all the good. So it's just really vetting people. I can say you got to be paying attention to when they come around. Their intentions, how they moving. You can tell weird energy if you really pay attention.
Right.
And that's another thing. You just really got to pay attention, because I get so many MD, Ahmad Abdul.
I was about to say, speaking of vetting people, I know you get hit in the inbox. I can help you reach thousands. I can help you get this many downloads.
I get to the point to where I just be like, nope.
Yep.
Nope. Nah, I'm good. I get 3, 4, 5, 6 a day. I post something there, they gonna be there.
They're like, please, I'm a man. They're like, please, sir. Oh, you definitely.
See, I must be sexy because they call me dear. They be like, hello, my dear. And I be like, nope, grown ass man. Nope, grown ass man. Nope, I'm not nobody's dear.
Yes.
But no, like I said, but that's how I know I was making it. That's how you know when you're making, when you have the podcast promoters and the Illuminati in your inbox.
Right.
Anybody right now, go look at your inbox. And if you got one podcast promoter, Illuminati, tell yourself you made it. Pop champagne, pop the crystal. So
they don't be real motherfuckers though. Like they be, you want to join the Illuminati? Like shit, I don't know. I got a couple cousins I don't like.
I had one email me. I'm telling you, email me.
They're still real.
They are real. It's like, we can protect you. I'm like, nigga, from who?
Oh my gosh, I haven't had that yet. But definitely, I have more people that are in my inbox just being rude, hating. That's when I feel like I've arrived. Like, yes, the haters are out.
So
the weirdos. I don't take none of that seriously.
I don't understand the people who hate, but I also don't pay attention to them. But again, my personality, I don't.
Right.
I don't really. It doesn't affect me, so I laugh at them. I've engaged with them. I went back and forth with them, and at the end of the day, left them more pissed than they were when they started. Because I'm annoying. I will go back and forth with you. I get bored easily. So when I'm bored, I do go back and forth with trolls. I don't feel like, because at the end of the day, I'm human.
Right.
And that's that people don't really understand. Like, they see you on a screen and you're doing this and that, and it's like, oh well, they're like, at the end of the day, everybody is still human. I mean, and I still have feelings, whether I show them or not. But the fact that you feel bold enough to jump in my inbox and talk crap, I'm gonna let you know about yourself. I'm gonna give you the attention you came looking for so graciously. I'm gonna have fun.
I'm from the cloth, like, you can't beat me. If you was to see me in real life, you can't whoop me. So on that premise alone, I'm not gonna be playing with you on this internet. And then too, I feel like everybody on the internet nowadays, it's just a whole bunch of young people, like, who are just being bored, doing bored stuff, who be talking and trolling. And then on 3, you can't even get a whole profile. Like, it's just block or animated photo in the profile pic. Do not take those people seriously.
I don't take none of them.
Now I do want to let you people know, if y'all out here buying likes and shit, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to y'all. If y'all buying followers, shout out to y'all. But I want y'all to understand, nigga, I don't know what the fuck. I'm listen. That's what y'all want to do. I ain't gonna hate on you. I just want you to understand that when I go and look at your page, when I see somebody named Asila Malika Chanisha or Tanik Dada or whatever the fuck, these shit don't even make no money. We know that shit was paid for, my nigga. You ain't putting that work in. So really go put that work in and get some real followers, my nigga. And if it's only 3 or 4, fuck it. You don't never know who them people are.
Real rap.
It's easy to buy people, though. I mean, it's not. You got, dude, I had 3 people just jump in my inbox today, probably 3,000 people. I don't even know how the hell they're going to get me 3,000 people. That math don't even make sense. Like, how you gonna go out and find 3,000 brand new people that I ain't never seen or heard before? That's magic. That I got to see. That's worth the price of admission.
But there's literally some gullible people out here that believe half of that stuff.
So look. So it's this. So this is the problem. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that it's played because Drake always got something up under his sleeve, right? But what happened is DJ Academics is Drake's dude. Obviously, we've been knowing this for years, right? So this is why I say it might have something to do with Drake. DJ Academics just was interviewing a farmer, pretty much, and that's what the farmer was saying. Like he put up the streams for people. He ain't gonna say no names, but this person didn't pay him, and this is the only reason why he's showing that he was putting up the streams. So Academics was like, show me how you do it. He told Academics to start a new page. Academics started a new page, 0 followers, 0 following. In 30 seconds, he had 300 followers. By the time 1 minute went by, he was like at 1,000 followers. He's like, so you're really doing it? He's like, yeah. He was just throwing followers on there, throwing followers. Within 1 minute, dude had 1,000 followers, bro. So they know what they're doing. It's a whole interview they doing right now. Then he showed his account. He had like $1 million, like $1.2 million up in there. The transactions of 22,000, 200,000, shit like that. Like he was showing everything because he said dude didn't pay him for the streams. And then I found out this, and I'm gonna leave it alone. When I was telling y'all about how I can use my computers to get a couple of viewers to show that I'm somebody watching, make it look like that. What they do in these streaming farms, they got like 10,000 phones just lined up, connect to a Wi-Fi, connect to Spotify, and just play on all of them. And that's how you get it. So every time it push one play, that's 10,000 plays. You feel me? 10 times 100,000 plays. It's going. That's what
it all comes out in the wash, right? Like it'll all.
Because, what's her name? JD, the producer. He came out and said about Sexy Red. No disrespect to Sexy Red. You know, I don't really promote too much of what she's doing, but I do respect the hustle, right? But what JD came out and said, he was like, back in my day, if you sell 28,000 copies, you ain't getting no chance to even come back in the building. But this whole time, you go look at her streams, it's 2 million, 3 million, 4 million streams. That's because they are pushing this shit the fuck on us. This is not original. This is not something that everybody's trying to hear. But when you turn on your radio, you ain't got no motherfucking choice. When you turn on your phone, you ain't got no motherfucking choice because we don't own this shit.
Choice.
I mean, just don't turn on the radio.
Right.
I ain't listened to the radio since the 70s.
I mean, even Spotify, though, when you go look at the Spotify list and you looking at these top motherfuckers, the best rappers in the...
I don't even go to Spotify like that.
I don't either. It took me having a podcast for me to be like, occasional. I use Spotify when I do that live streaming technique I told you guys about. That's when I go on Spotify.
I'm there for a hot second and I'm out.
Unless they like us playing. If they not like us playing, you out of here, huh?
I got that on Apple Music on repeat. I got a whole playlist. I'm telling you, if it ain't, I'm that's where I'm at, man. I'm so.
Well, even that. Remember, I think was it your show where we was talking to the girl and she said she had like 10,000 followers, but then they took her account and then they told her that she didn't have enough followers for them to get it back. Was that your show, DC?
Yeah, that was Dani Marie.
Yep, and that's crazy because it's like so y'all pretty much put who y'all want. Like, man, we gotta get our own platform.
Point earlier, yeah, it can all be going like this. But I asked a question to the Black Podcast Network: which is more important to you, more followers or more engagement? Which would you prefer to have?
Y'all would think I would say the followers because I don't like engaging. Y'all would think, but I do like engaging with people. Up to a certain point. I'm an old man. I'm a crotchety old man. We can talk for a good minute. Once I start feeling like I'm about to be antisocial, because I stare off into space. I don't pay attention. You think I'm ignoring you or I'm an asshole because I ain't responding like you want me to. I ain't got the certain energy. It's too much. Be happy with it. I'm giving you me. This is me. I'm happy for you. But I can't do all that goo-gogging. I can't. Right. It's not me. But no, I mean, I like engaging with people because the engagement is what makes it, fun. You can have 1 million followers, but if you don't engage with them, what's the point? To say you have 1 million followers,
right?
It's nothing.
Exactly.
Like, you're not, So I mean, the
engagement is what's going to get people to hopefully convert. If you need them to go do something at the end of, so I talk about call to action CTA. So if you have something you need people to go purchase, it ain't going to be the followers. It's going to be those few people who are actually engaging with your content that are going to convert. They're going to go listen. They're going to go do what it is that you ask them to do. So you can have 100,000 followers, but how many of them are actually engaging? It's probably 10% of that number. So
if that.
If
And
that.
that's the other thing. Like, I've been looking, and somebody was like, "Yeah, I got more followers," and I was like, "Yeah, but you only get like 2 likes on a picture, and they get like, so what's the point? I don't really care. It's not a competition because
The real place is the subs. If you can get people to subscribe to you, even if they ain't watching your shit, at least you getting money every goddamn month out there. Yeah. Even if it's just $5, they sub for your shit for $5 a month. You got 100,000 people sub. Then we can talk about followers. But if you ain't got no subs, we don't care about the followers because you're not getting paid for it. They just sitting there on your account. They probably done forgot about you. What's
No,
up,
that's
Miss
not
Nikki?
entirely true either, because you need the subs, but you also need the watch hours. So that means they need to be watching for a certain amount of time for both
So
of
you
those
even get
things to work
monetized,
together.
huh?
Right.
Look at
yeah. So
Danny. I
if you
love
go
her.
to, like YouTube gives me a report. If you got a YouTube studio, they will send you a report every week of all your analytics, how many people watch times, what they watch the most, where they watch from. They'll even give you a little interactive game to make you guess what they watch the most, which I absolutely hate. Well, I gotta play with y'all. Why don't you just tell me what they? Anywho, that's just me. I'm sorry. But no, they tell you a lot. So if you pay attention to the numbers, they will speak to you. But the other problem is learning how to interpret them. That's where a lot of people.
My number said I had like 66,000 engagements in 28 days. I'm like, I only got 3 likes on each one of my fucking videos. What the fuck? Where's my engagements at?
Exactly.
That's the thing, yeah. So I mean, people are watching, but getting them to engage or like, something like that is what's really important. So, how would you suggest somebody interpret the numbers for us? Number illiterate people who look at it and just be like, "Oh snap! I got this many followers, and 1,000 views and 2 likes."
Are we talking about YouTube, or are we talking about like Apple and Spotify?
Because YouTube is different. Let's stick with the Apple and Spotify because those are different numbers.
I think that if you're doing like 125 downloads in a week, you're in the top 25%. So if you guys can just get there, then you're doing okay, and then start to build on that. Yeah, you asked me another direct question, but I think that's a good goal to start off with. It's probably a lot harder. I think they said if you're in the maybe top 1%, if you can get 500 downloads a week. But start with the 125. That's a good number. And then just when I say analyzing it, see if you're in that range, find out where people are listening from, find out like which platforms they're listening on. In terms of where, country, that's important for you to know too. You might start to tailor your content, especially if you're on YouTube and you have a audio podcast. You might start to make, you can put the little transcriptions and decode for somebody else in a different country. So you might have a different language and put that up on YouTube because you notice that your followers are in a different country. So that's how you can kind of start to switch things up to accommodate your listeners. But that's something you get from your analytics, the stuff that you see in your back office, your dashboard. My kids then came out, so now I'm like losing it, but y'all get it.
Nah, we got it. No, that's part of where was the most surprising place that you seen somebody listening from?
Some surprising place somebody what?
Was listening from, like one of your because you I think mine was I had somebody listening in Scotland. You're big in Nigeria. I don't know how.
Yeah, we're all big in that was shocking for me. Just like the motherland, people in Africa are listening to me. That was exciting.
That's what threw me off because we were picked up by a platform called Joloff Media. So since we joined them, we've been getting some Wakanda love. So I'm trying to wonder where that Wakanda money at. Because I'm kind of bored. Yeah, so I need them to send me at least some little vibranium I can pinch off and sell or something. Send a nigga something. Hey, Nigeria, we
First
love
of all,
you.
that name in and of itself is cracking me up. Joloff Media. If you guys don't know, that's actually a dish.
Yeah.
So that's
what
funny.
threw me off when they hit me up because it was like, am I being hit up to join a rice dish? Like,
right.
Just throwing me off.
They are tried and true.
Hey,
so that's dope.
If they approach me and it feel like a good fit, why not?
And I'm still waiting on Illuminati to approach me again. I thought that was a fucking flag.
That is funny. I just actually interviewed somebody from Cape Town. So just to be able to do this remotely and just get to talk to anybody from anywhere in the world is exciting. That's another exciting part. You asked me that a little while back. Yeah, that's another exciting part.
I feel like that's the most exciting part because I've been in places, at least, like talking to people in places that I've never thought. You know, Toronto, Miami. It's amazing. Like you said, it is a great feeling to be able to see, like I said, the numbers of where people are watching at. You know, the fact that people are listening to you in the United Kingdom is trippy. You know, we had somebody from Norway in our stream a few times. She came on and hung out with us. It's like, wow, that's crazy. You know, Norway I don't know too many black people in Norway, so I'm pretty sure we in uncharted territories now.
That's fun. I love that. That's exciting.
But it's like I said, this podcast game can be treacherous if you let it. It can be drama filled sometimes. It can be crazy. It can be rewarding. It can be the best ride you ever had in your life. This is really what you make of it and what you put in.
Don't come in like me.
Depending on the week, it could be all those things. You're absolutely right.
I came in emotional. I came in like, why would you fuck? Who the fuck you think you're talking to? You gotta calm down, Boom.
Did you?
I keep out the community quick.
Yeah, he was almost excommunicated. He was almost.
I did because listen,
it was like he got one more yell before he.
Wait, what were people doing to even provoke that?
So,
look, you don't even got no good reason.
No, I don't, because I came in like on some street shit. You ain't gonna disrespect me. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. Who the fuck is you, nigga? I can't touch none of these people. Number one. Number two, nigga, the fuck I'm getting mad at you for? You got your own opinion. So I had to realize I had to sit back, analyze, and then when I was on trucking, I really like started figuring out, because sometimes I come on shows, on other people's shows, and even though like I done came on DC show and said something crazy, somebody I came on my dude Raw show and said some crazy, pause all that, but I done been on their shows and said something crazy to somebody because they said something crazy, and I'm like, hold on, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? But then what helped me is that I get angry on some funny shit, like, you know what I'm saying? And then people started understanding, like, okay, Boom just sometimes that's Boom, fuck it. Like, and then they started like going along with it, like, oh, this nigga crazy. So they got to picking at me and shit. So now they just pick at me like ketchup eating. What was it? Ketchup eating? Like, you know,
so this dude is the weirdest person I've ever seen eat fries. This dude was take one fry at a time and have a little ketchup packet and put one strip of ketchup on the ketchup and eat that one fry at a time. Pissed me off. I had to see this dude eat one
80
fry
packs later.
Danny, he had a handful of ketchup and mustard and stuff, and he would take one little strip. I thought this dude, like, why is you doing cocaine lines of ketchup off your fries? If you don't just eat them goddamn fries. Like that annoys me.
Here all day.
Yeah, like he had a large fry. You know how long it takes to eat a large fry one by one? That's
and I do my sandwiches like that as well. I put a little strip on it and take the bite, and I put another, because it got to be on all of it. I gotta make sure.
You don't put ketchup on that whole sandwich and just eat that shit and start playing around.
It didn't wasn't even ketchup. It was hot sauce.
Made it even worse.
That's funny.
But it's about that time, people. Daddy, thank you for coming on. Always welcome. We do this crazy thing. Let me get where's it at? We do this crazy thing called parting shots, where it's your last chance to talk to everybody. Give them some kind of word of encouragement where they can find you, if you would like them to. Sometimes our fans aren't the most stablest at times. So, you know, if anybody stalks you, don't blame us. Blame you for being you. You know, they want to follow you. Hey, making connections, crazy one at a time. But before we get out of here, please tell everybody where they can find you, what you have going on, and some encouragement.
Okay, I told you guys I love Zoom. I'm actually dropping a course, Zoom to Pod. So make sure you guys are tapping in with me if you want to learn how to use Zoom, create a workflow, and get into podcasting the most easiest way. But you can follow me plantopodcast.com. So www.plantopodcast.com/PTP. And then you can just follow me on Facebook. Like everything is pretty much there. It is Dani Marie on all other platforms, but I'm really active on Facebook. And that's it. That's all, y'all. That's it. That's all, folks.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Boom. Thank you, DC, for having me. I'm glad we got to clear the air right at the top of the show because I was a little butthurt.
I'll be back. I'll be back faster than you think. Sooner than you think.
And I ain't leaving you.
Damn, now I feel like an asshole. Y'all just made me feel real
Don't. I understand the reason.
I promise,
It's a lot.
I promise next month I'm gonna change my ways. I'm gonna be a more approachable DC. More. I'm lying. I'm not.
You need 30 days
okay.
to get it together.
Truth be told, I left my own group today. Actually, quite frankly, I was waiting for them to catch on. I booted myself out. They was talking about relationships and it was getting real active. So I understand.
It just be like that. Boom, talk to the people.
I'm here. I'm woke. I got a little show coming out tomorrow with my dude BFE. We're gonna do a little a little thing on his music that he got coming out. I also got another show coming out Friday for Podcast Lit. So make sure y'all go follow Podcast Lit because we're finna do something big Friday. I got a couple of people that's rocking with me, so I'm gonna see how this work out Friday night at 8 p.m. Other than that, man, shout out to my dude Raw on the All on the Table podcast. Shout out to Miss Amron on the Opulence Radio. You know, go check me out on Opulence Radio Sundays, vibing with Boom. And other than that, every motherfucking Wednesday, 8:15 p.m. Eastern time, I am on here with my brother DC. What the shit? And man, DC, I love you, bro. Man, thank you for even letting me be a part of this. And you don't gotta tell me you love me back. I don't need it.
No, you just so tough. I thought I was bad. You tough.
Who, me?
Yes.
What was I supposed? I don't. This nigga ambush me with I love you. What am I supposed to say to that? Look,
that's the problem with us black people. That's when they were selling us, letting us go and hate on each other. This is what happens. This is why, because the brother tell you I love you. I gotta pause it. I'm not pausing it. I love you, DC. You ain't gotta tell me you love me, nigga. I love you, brother. Period. End of discussion. No pause. I love you.
Can I go? Can I?
And that's that on that.
Oh my God! Now I gotta say it back. Man, I you know what you said. Back at you, brother. Because I'm lazy, I'm gonna let my stuff scroll at the bottom. I appreciate everybody who listened. Like I said, I'll never take none of this for granted. I appreciate every person that watch, listen, download, watch a clip, talk mess, interact with us. I do appreciate y'all despite my demeanor. I really do care. Without the people, this show is not possible. Next week's show is gonna be a little different. We do have a domestic abuse survivor who's coming on to tell her story. I'm looking forward to it because I feel like we always joke, we always laugh, but sometimes I want to be able to get into some deeper things. So this is not the first time we've had these conversations, but I want people to know we do have those real conversations, not just fun and games all the time. So I'm looking forward to that next week. But yeah, Nikki, I'm trying. Like, I'm Nikki, I'm trying. I didn't know what to say. Like, he caught me by surprise. You ever been somewhere and somebody say some shit you wasn't ready for? You got to figure out whether you want to say it back or whether I'm sorry, it caught me off guard. I wasn't ready. I apologize.
I'm not ready to be married right now. I just
I just
no, but I ain't trying to be married right now.
I feel for you. You're a great individual. Anywho,
shout out to Nikki too, part of the winner's circle. That's my boo thing. We really locked in, and that's because podcasting brought us together. So that's another benefit to podcasting.
Nikki was a guest here. Can't wait to have her back again. But yeah, we are coming up on year 4 of this thing. July 24th will be season 10 finale / year 4 celebration. Don't worry, we're not going to look back at none of the old clips or none of that. Other than this one, I want to show this one. Give you context. So I did my dude Courtney wrong. I told him that he was supposed to start the show, and this is what happened. Yes. Sorry, Courtney. He sat there for like 2 minutes looking dumbfounded. But anywho, like I said, I appreciate everybody who watches, man. I can't say that enough. Give your sides of guys yourself a hand. Because you guys are amazing. Everybody who creates, who does this, who lives this lifestyle, this crazy getting up early, going to bed late, editing, talking for hours on end and then talking some more, talking when you feel like you can't. I think, Danny, one time you lost your voice and still tried to talk. I commend you on that, because once I lose this voice, I'm done for the day. And I'm not about to be, hey guys, how you doing? Chewing cigarettes all day, but I'm good to go. I've been talking for 12 hours. I'm cool, coach.
They said chewing cigarettes. The fuck?
I'm good. Once I lose my voice, I'm done for the day. I'm going on injury reserve. I'm dedicated, but even players got to rest. But I commend everybody who do this, man. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You guys are amazing, because this journey is not for the faint of heart. You know what I mean? It's not easy to put yourself out there every day and hope somebody likes you in return, and boom, Case, love you. I appreciate you, dog. Got love for you too, bro. All right, dog. But
that was so tough. It was hard for him to say that, man. I get it. I'm gonna break him though. Pause. I'm gonna break him up though. I'm gonna get him to come out of his comfort zone, man. He gonna be new. By next season, he gonna be out here telling all his brothers, "I love you, brother." Watch.
Yeah. Good luck. Anywho, I appreciate everybody. Like I said, man, this is it's a labor of love. I appreciate Danny for coming on. 3 episodes left before the finale. Next week we get to that, and then take a break, and then we back after that. Do the math. Because anybody who was born in 2010 is now 18 when they were born in 2012. I don't make the rules, it's just the professor who told me. Anywho, appreciate y'all. Danny, thank you for coming. Boom, appreciate you, Courtney. Hopefully he get off the slave ship. I'm pretty sure he is almost out of those shackles. They gonna let him go. He'll be back next week. See how it went. Happy Juneteenth, what's left of it. Be easy. Okay, or not. I guess Juneteenth. No. All right. Well, y'all know what time it is. Peace.